this famous Paris pastime of people watching. You get to participate. You get to do that and have lots of fun.
Enchanté.
Hello, lovelies. Bonjour, I'm Angela. This is the Paris with Angela podcast. I have been online for the last 20 years as Parisian Farmgirl. So if you'd like to follow me there and check out my French-inspired lifestyle YouTube channel and blog, you can do that 2 to 4 times a year. I take followers from Parisian Farmgirl, whether they're following from Instagram or YouTube or the blog, and I take them to Paris for a culinary and flea market focused experience. If you would like to come on one of my trips, here's a little coffee mug I'm going to send you when you reserve your spot for April 2025. We have 8 spots left for next spring. I can't believe that. It's so far away, but only 8 spots left. I would love to have you join me. And if you need help customizing your own trip to Paris, don't hesitate to reach out. All the links you need will be in the show notes of this episode. This episode is sponsored by Dry Farm Wines. I want to introduce you to beautiful French biodynamic and organic wines. These are the wines that I drink. These are the wines that I stock my wine cabinet with. They're getting more and more popular around Paris, and you can have them shipped right to your home. Grown from family farmers all across France and beyond. You can visit dryfarmwines.com/Paris with Angela to check out how to get a free bottle with your first order. And of course, whether you're traveling with me, by yourself, or someone else, you need travel insurance. And you can find excellent rates and packages at travelinsure.com/Paris with Angela. Now, we talked about Paris cafe etiquette the other day, and I would like to finish with some more thoughts for you. As you are planning your trip, you're going to see all those classic cafés, Café de Flore, Café Deux Magots, and other ones that are very, very popular. They're on all the postcards, they're on all the Instagram feeds, and I want to encourage you to branch out and try some other ones. There's nothing wrong with those, but they're going to be a little bit pricier. They're going to be a little bit busier. Don't be afraid to try a new cafe. If you like the rattan chairs out front, try it. Sometimes they're like the cutest color scheme. I've been known to try a new cafe simply because the chairs were so adorable. There was a cafe near a hotel I stayed at once called Kitsch. I'm not sure if it's open, but I went there simply because the decor looked so cute. The staff was fantastic. I had a lovely time. And so don't be afraid to try a new cafe. Don't just go to the popular tourist destinations. And keep in mind the seasonal experience. Don't forget to eat outside. Don't be afraid to eat outside. It's such an enjoyable experience. Again, this famous Paris pastime of people watching. You get to participate. You get to do that and have lots of fun. There are seasonal experiences that you can partake in. If you are visiting in the winter or near Christmas time, or it just happens to be cold out, don't forget to try a chocolat chaud, which is French hot chocolate. You will love it. Ask what the seasonal specials are. Try a menthe à l'eau, which is a mint syrup water in the summer. Very refreshing. Now, I promised you in the last episode I would share my first cafe experience with you, and that was a good 25 years ago. It was my first trip to Paris, and we were exhausted, my husband and I had been really preparing for the trip. I had been studying the maps. I knew my way around the city before the plane even landed. So we checked into our hotel, and I wanted to surprise my husband with my Parisian prowess. And so without a map, this was pre-phones, so without a paper map, which is what you used back then, I walked us right to Notre Dame. And on the corner is a cafe called the Départ Saint-Michel. And it's I'm assuming it's a tourist destination. It's right there, smack central on the river. It's a very, very busy metro stop right there. Excellent people watching. I didn't know what to order. I didn't know what I was doing. We ordered 2 bowls of French onion soup and a bottle of wine, and we sat there for hours We were exhausted from traveling. It was so special. There, the metro stop right there, people are coming up. This is right where a lot of people are arriving into the city. So we got to watch them struggling with their luggage and just the hubbub. It's a really, really interactive intersection. And I'll never forget it. That cafe is still there. It's really special to both of us. We took our children there when we took our children to France so many years later. There's nothing really reputable about it as far as the food. It's just an excellent location and it has a very, very special place in my heart. Another cafe that I love is Le Select, and that is on the Boulevard Montparnasse. It's an old Hemingway haunt, and I think the staff is fantastic. I love going there. There's a resident cat, and it ticks all the boxes as far as mosaic tile, rattan chairs, fun staff, great menu, pretty standard menu. Excellent people watching, again, on the Boulevard Montparnasse. I do suggest Le Select, but there are hundreds of other ones for you to check out. Don't be afraid. What I would advise on avoiding are the really big tourist traps. So, for example, if you're taking a stroll down the Champs-Élysées and you see that there is a popular cafe you want to try, maybe try something right around the corner, because most of the people that visit those cafes are tourists. So if you're looking for like a really authentic experience, those are going to be packed with tourists. And I myself like to go to the restaurants that the locals really, really enjoy. So I always say, if you're on the Champs-Élysées, maybe tuck around the corner and try something else. The point is, there are hundreds of cafes. Each one has their own charm. Each one has their own vibe. Each one has their own significance in that particular neighborhood. If you're there for a week and you found one you really like, don't be afraid to go a couple times. That's going to give you an opportunity to maybe see a familiar, friendly face in a waitstaff. That gives you a chance, if you'd like, to practice your linguistic skills, because often you're recognized if you go there a couple times during the week, and that can be a great experience for you. In the show notes of this episode, you'll find everything that we've talked about, and I am going to suggest 7 iconic cafes that you may want to look into as well. Again, if you'd like to join me in 2025, be sure to check out ParisienneFarmgirl.com/Paris with Angela. All the travel insurance and wine links that you need are in the show notes. Leave a review. Be sure to leave a comment. Tell me about your very best cafe experience in Paris. And I will see you all again very soon. À bientôt.